Hello and welcome to the Honest Talk podcast. In this new series, I'll be talking about the lessons I learned at the Zimbabwe Entrepreneurs Trade Fair and Conference, which was held on the 21st of May 2022 at the Rainbow Hotel. I hope you have your notebooks ready and your minds opened to receive all of the nuggets I'll be sharing with you. Enjoy the episode. Finally, we've come to the last episode of the series on the lessons I learned at the Zimbabwe Entrepreneurs Trade Fair and Conference. In this episode, I'll just be sharing my last thoughts on the conference, a few nuggets that I didn't get to share when I was talking about the lessons I got from specific individuals. We talked about the lessons I got from Mr. Zeb Tsikira. We talked about the lessons I learned from the power couple. We talked about the lessons I learned from Mudiwa Hood. And there were many other keynote speakers as well, the likes of Miss Chiedza Juru. And Miss Chiedza Juru was talking about youth opportunities. She touched a lot on the Zimbabwe Youth Council. If you are a Zimbabwean young person, aged between 18 and 35, that makes you a youth, then you should definitely go out and check out the Zimbabwe Youth Council. She talked about how it can help register your business. It can help. There are many opportunities available to the Zimbabwean youths, but sometimes we don't take advantage of those opportunities because we just don't know. So here's a call to action. If you're a young person in Zimbabwe, go check out the Zimbabwe Youth Council and all of the opportunities that are available to you. Then another keynote speaker that was there was Miss Cynthia Chikwenya, the African Union Ambassador for Peace. Yes. And she talked about a lot of things. One of the most inspiring things that she said to me was that if you think you see something lacking, join the space. And when she was talking about this, she was talking about how before she joined the African Union, she didn't really like the organization because she couldn't really see exactly what they were doing. But then when she got the opportunity to join, then she realized that it's a lot different than it looks on the outside than on the inside. And she was just highlighting on the importance of joining the space. If you see something lacking in an area, join the space and play your part in fixing that thing that is lacking. And then there were also other speakers like Mr. Shaki Timburwa, who was the youngest speaker at the conference, and he was talking a lot on mentors. You see, guys, lots of people were just talking about mentors. So if you don't have one by now, and we're already on our last episode, then you should definitely make a plan, because this will probably be the last time in a while that I'm going to be talking about this mentor issue. But it's a very important issue, as you can see. So if you don't have a mentor yet, go ahead and look for a mentor and get one, because it's very important. All the successful people seem to have mentors. If you are planning to become a successful person, go out and get a mentor. Yes, so you might want to actually check out Shaki Timbura as well. You can look him up on Google, and then his social media platforms will definitely come up, and you can check out those as well. He might actually be your next mentor. Right. And so those are a few nuggets that I had left out that I really wanted to share with you guys. And now I'm just going to generally talk about the experience that I had, how it was for me. I want to say it was a very inspiring atmosphere because I was surrounded by all these big movers and shakers and very successful people all in one room. And I was just inspired to do more, to become a better version of myself. As all of them spoke, I was taking down notes and I was seeing how I could apply the things they were saying in my life. And there's one important thing that I learned from what I saw, and that is opportunities favor the well prepared. Right. Opportunities favor the well prepared. Okay, let me tell you what happened. There was a guy who was holding a competition, a business pitching competition, and he was giving out prize money for the pitches that were going to win. So he talked about it, and the deadline for sending through the pitches was supposed to be the following day after the conference, right? So there was this girl, like whenever keynote speakers were speaking, after they spoke, we were given opportunities to ask questions. So after the guy spoke, there's a lady in the crowd, in the audience, who asked a question, and she asked what kind of pitches they were looking for, what kind of businesses they wanted to fund. And the guy just told her to pitch her idea. It didn't matter what kind of business that she wanted to do, but she should just have a pitch, have a plan, and send it through before the deadline. So, after she asked her question, Shaki Tumburwa came up and started speaking, right? And when he was speaking, he called her back and asked her why she did not seize the opportunity to pitch her idea to the guy she was asking at that moment. Why did she want to wait for the whole procedure of other people having to vet her pitch when she had the actual owner of the competition right there with her? He was saying he was disappointed because she failed to take advantage of the opportunity. And guess what he did? He gave her an opportunity. He gave her 2 minutes to give her pitch there and then. He was like, you know what? Okay, fine. I forgive you for not taking this opportunity, but I am going to give you 2 minutes to pitch your idea right now. So she was given 2 minutes. And she was not prepared to pitch her idea at that time. She was given 2 minutes and she started, she was panicking because she wasn't prepared. She didn't have a plan. She probably didn't know how to do an elevator pitch at that time, right? So she was speaking, and then he saw that she hadn't said adequate information about the business, and he gave her more minutes, but still she couldn't fill the pitch with all the required information. And I was just so heartbroken because, guys, people were being given money at that conference. Like, there was this other guy who just mentioned that he had been following these big people, like some of the panelists. He had been following them on social media and had come to the conference just to see if they were real and if they did have the kind of money that they were saying they had. And just because he could mention the four people he was following, he was given 500 US dollars from each of those. And if this girl who had been pitching had been prepared to pitch at the Entrepreneurs Trade Fair and Conference, she probably would have gotten her funding right there and then. So that was one thing that I learned. Whenever you're going for something, make sure you're prepared, make sure you've done prior research on the event that you're going for, so that when you go there you're prepared for anything. Like, if you're going for an entrepreneurship conference, be prepared to talk about business, be prepared to talk about what you're doing, be prepared to give a pitch if need be, and if you need funding. So that's very, very, very important. And it does not only apply to entrepreneur entrepreneurs conferences or business conventions. It applies to all areas of our lives. Whenever you're going somewhere new, make sure you do your research on where you're going and make sure you go there adequately prepared. Make sure you know what kind of things might happen there, because I personally felt like that was a huge loss. She lost the opportunity because she was not prepared. So there you have it, guys. That is the end of this series. I've been enjoying sharing all of the lessons that I learned with you guys, because as I was sharing with you people, I also got the opportunity to go back to my notes and study them and see how I can apply them in my life. And I feel like I've actually gotten the opportunity to internalize what I learned as well, because the more I speak about it, the more I've been speaking about it, the more I've been memorizing the things, and the more I've been trying to apply them. So I hope it's the same for you guys. I hope if you've been listening, you've been able to apply the lessons into your lives. You've been able to choose what would work best for you, because it's not everything that is a definite proper way to do things, because some of these things might have worked for these people but they may not work for you, or they may not seem like the right way for you to do certain things. So I hope you've been able to pick a few things that are relevant to you and that you're willing to try out, and I hope it's been helping you. Most of all, I hope you've been inspired and invigorated to reach higher, to dream bigger, and to just achieve greater things than you ever imagined that you're capable of achieving. Because for me, I was thinking, if these people are able to achieve these things, then that means that success can be attained, right? Yeah. So I can, if they can do it, then I can do it too. And I hope that as you've been listening to the series, you've also been inspired and you also now know that you can do it too. Because most of these people did not just have things given to them. They were not born privileged. Most of them are self-made. So it's possible, no matter where you're coming from, you can you can change your life. You can turn your life around. You can be whatever you want to be. That is it from me. I hope you enjoyed the series. The next time I talk to you guys, we'll be talking about something different, hopefully, something a little lighter from all this serious talk. I hope you enjoyed once again and enjoy the rest of your night or day, depending on what time you listen to this. Stay honest.